Put your hands up. Tell me when you're gonna legalize me. Whoa. We might have to take it to a, whoa. We might take it to a whole nother level.
Word. Welcome back to Fully Baked Radio. It's your host, Flip Marley, on WPPM 106.5. We promise we got Rell Gambino in the studio with us now. What's going on, brother, man?
What's up with y'all? What's going on, Philly?
Glad to see you. You've been working hard. I see you performing, hustling out there.
Word.
You know, I'm trying to, stay around,
Word. So for you guys who don't know, Rell Gambino's a musical talent from Trenton, New Jersey. He rapped, he produced, put on dope shows, performances, you know what I mean? Like real progressive, humble, but like I said, he could drop them hits like Loopy and just, stun on them real quick, you know what I mean?
He's like the dark horse in the race, you don't see him coming. He all quiet, and then you grab the mic, you're like, whoa!
Word.
Extremely stealth.
Like how long have you been inspired to do music?
I've been doing music, I'm 25 now. I've been doing music since I was 13, so about 12 years. I started off, I've been into like art my whole life. Like when I was in elementary school, I used to take courses at the college downtown here. And summer courses, I used to take them over there. I was taking classes with Picasso. He didn't even know who I was at the time. And I was like in there like painting and sculpting and doing stuff like that. Eventually, I started writing like poetry and different creative pieces, and then the music just naturally came in. And then when I started doing music, that's when I got into like songwriting and making beats and just dabbling and doing a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah,
I'm saying collaborating with a lot of artists. You always, working with different people, supporting other artists, especially in Trenton. So it's nice to see that Trenton love, helping one another, get to the top.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the town. Shout out to everybody I know and really mess with out there.
Word. So I remember you dropped the Willin' Project. You know what I mean? Had a couple dope songs on there.
Thank you.
What do you look for when you're working for artists and looking for those features and like those hits?
I don't know, with music, cause I make beats, it's just like a song can go any kind of way. I can start off by like writing, I can start off by making the beat. Like it really just the song can really go any way. I can find the beat or like whatever, or I could be working with somebody. We can like write the song together. Like I'm just like naturally creative. Like, and I'm always open to like collaborations and like as long as it's like organic and it's not forced, then I can pretty much make anything with anybody.
Yeah. How important is it for you to incorporate your art and your production capabilities in your music?
It was always important. One of my favorite artists is my top favorite artist right now is Kanye West. Has been my favorite artist since he came out. Ever since the first song, and then I started going through his backstory and just finding out more and more. It's just like the guy's a genius, and he's just so multifaceted. And he doesn't see a ceiling. Like he doesn't have any limits. He doesn't let anybody tell him what he can and can't do. And I really always admired that, and that's why I always I just strive and like anything that I can learn, like I'm always open to learn and just willing to do whatever I can do to push my art forward.
Definitely. Not too long ago, you were actually on tour across country with our fellow Fully Baked member Jason Arnold, Mr. Light Aside. He wasn't able to make it today.
Oh my God.
Can you explain to some artists, like right now, like touring is like big. That's where like a lot of indie artists are finding like their launch and like their feet in the game. Like how important is touring, and like what are some of the things you learned while you were on tour?
Being on the road is extremely important if you're trying to be an artist. If you're looking for like any kind of success outside of your local region, you know, you definitely want to get out there. You want to meet people, and you learn so much about yourself, you know, as not just as a performer, but as like a person. You know, like you meet so many different people, and like you said, like we were over in Cali. Like, I heard you just said that you just came back from there. Yeah, Cali is
it's so different, man.
It's so yeah, and it's so different. You get out there, and it's like, you know, like I've been a Jersey boy my whole entire life. Like my whole life, I never lived anywhere else. That was my first time going over there, and it was just the biggest culture shock. You know, just everything is so hot and dry, and, you know. But it's so everybody just so upbeat, and you know, it's.
There's a lot that goes on in like that California culture.
Yeah.
Like, did that inspire you in any way in this upcoming project you're working on?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I got out there and we hit a couple radio stations, and you know, just getting like the different feedback from the DJs and the fans that we were making out there. You know, and seeing the artists, the up and coming artists that were coming up out there at the time. That are probably, you know, some of them I see like are touring and coming out here. Shout out to Johnny Quest. I think he's from Trenton though, but he's from Trenton, but I met him on tour in California.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's been out there doing this thing, and I've just seen he opened up for Bone Thugs like 2 months ago, and he was out here about a month ago. I wanted to check out his show, but I didn't get a chance to do that. But like, touring is just so important. You know, you want to you want to expand your brand. You know, you want people to see you. You want, you know, and you want to taste, you know, the different cultures, and you know, it definitely like helps shape you, and you know, you'll see the growth in your art. You know, when you open your eyes to, you know, everything else that's going on around you outside your community.
Where you come back home to Jersey, no place like home. Would you say that there's still like a distinct like East Coast, like, you know, like Philly, New York sound when it comes to music? Because, you know, when I was in the 90s, I was like Tupac, Biggie, you know, like there was like the West Coast sound, which was like really distinct, and you know, the New York, Philly, you know, sound. But now there's like, you know, there's like Atlanta, there's like Florida guys, you know, there's just people popping up everywhere. Like, what did you see from like because again, I feel like the underground is like more representative of like what you hear on mainstream media and see on TV, like what people are doing, performing at the shows is like more representative of like what's actually going on.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I just saw a lot of like you said, like what's going on in the mainstream, like the stuff that's the stuff from the West Coast that's making it over here. Like, you can hear the influence in the kids, but the kids are always, you know, they're always finding their own way to do stuff because they're rebellious. You know, once something feels old in hip hop, you know, the new guys are like, you know what, you know, we like this, but we gonna switch it up. You know, we gonna start doing our thing. But like, you know, people respect they respect Nipsey so much over there. You know, like you feel me? Like people like E40. Lil B, you know,
they
like,
got their own culture, like Kendrick, you know, Game.
It's a whole thing out there, like with all those big artists whose music, you know, was able to make it over here and be mainstream on this side of the country. You know, you can see the influence in the young people, and you know, and there's always like the thing is with music nowadays, a lot of new artists are just making all different kinds of music, and like, you know, just finding their way into the culture, and you know. And still growing.
All right, touching on that, how do you find yourself as a producer and an artist staying prevalent with all the new music coming out, and you're still trying to like crack the surface onto the next level? Like, what's your mindset in like approaching a project? Like for instance, like the song Loopy and the Inspired track that we're going to play in a little bit. How do you stay prevalent and different from all these other guys out here?
I just try to stay as focused as possible. Like I was watching an interview the other day, and I forgot what his name was, comedian, but he said the best thing to do, like, to just think of it